This video is provided to you to show you how to make a residual plot on a graphing calculator. First, you need to enter your x and y axis data into the L1 and L2. So to get to this, you have to press stat and then enter. And as you can see, we already have our data in L1 and L2. L1 represents the years, and L2 is the turtle population in the northern USA.
For example, in 2001, the turtle population was 3,076, and in 2002, it was 3,745, and so on.
To graph your data, you have to go to second, then y equals, and you have to change whatever has L1 or L2 in the corner. You turn that on. Ours is already on, so it would be off, but ours is on right now. So to graph this, you have to press graph, and your data should show up on your graph. Ours is very scattered. It's not so linear, but it has some pattern in it. If your data doesn't show up on your graph, you can go to your window settings and change it to fit your data the best, or like what's your maximums and minimums on your x-axis and y-axis. And to do this, to zoom in, you can go to zoom and then you press 9 and it zooms in on your data, and that's the way to get it zoomed in.
To find your line of best fit, you exit out of your graph and go to stat. Then you go over to calc and down to the linear regression, so number 4, and hit enter. Then you go to vars, over to y-vars, and function 3 times. And then you hit graph, and it should graph your best fit line.
These are other examples of graphs with best fit lines.
This shows our equation for our graph, and it also shows our r and r squared and the strength of our data. 1 is perfect linear, and our r is 0.387, so that is not very strong. It's pretty weak. And yeah.
A residual is like the difference between your predicted data from like your actual data. So like if your actual data is 7 and your best fit line says it should be 5, then your residual would be 2.
To analyze your data better, you can create a residual plot. So to do this, you go to second, then y equals. In plot 2, you would turn off your graph, and then you go back to plot 1 and turn on your residual plot. Then you press graph, or to zoom in, you press zoom 9. And here's your residual plot. This is another example of a residual plot.